Influence, welcome back. Welcome back to the GMS Theater. All right. And I have a special guest with me today. All righty. And first time attendee to Influence out there,
That's
Ethan
right.
King.
That's right.
Ethan, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah,
What do you
Rich.
think so far?
Oh, it has been phenomenal.
Good.
First of all, every person I've met has an amazing story, things
Right.
you would never even think of.
Good.
And the content has been very tactical and inspirational.
Good.
Exactly what I
Superb. It's
needed.
going to help you in your business without a doubt, 100%.
For sure.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. We were talking about what you're doing in developing a relationship, very, very strong relationship into the AI world.
Yes.
Okay. Let's
Yes.
talk about AI a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. You're also a professional entrepreneur,
Yes.
as we all should be.
Yes.
And we all are. Okay. But let's talk about that AI. AI has taken a really strong position. Okay. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, politically.
It's everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So, how do you bring this AI to life in your world?
Yeah. So my angle is business because I was an art major in college.
Okay.
No business training.
Gotcha.
But I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years now.
Good.
We grew our business from scratch.
Okay.
It's an embroidery company. It's called Stuff for Greeks.
Okay.
So we're one of the top players in the e-commerce industry for fraternity and sorority gear,
love
colleges across the country.
Good deal.
And then we also opened another retail store called Zeus's Closet, where we do custom wardrobe and we outfit a lot of the entertainment industry and schools and businesses. We've even had jackets worn on stage at the Grammys. So I'm
Keeping clothes on people themselves that didn't want to wear clothes during COVID. Did I say that right? That's crazy, without a doubt. But that's great. So
Yeah.
your entrepreneurship has now driven you, all right, all the way down here to Arizona.
All the way down to Arizona. So it's, entrepreneurship is a long, windy road. It's
Oh,
never,
sure it
success
is.
is never up and to the right like we want it to be.
Right, exactly.
So along the way, been lots of bumps and bruises.
Sure it is. We're
And,
gonna always experience those.
Oh, yeah. So back about 11 years ago, we went through a really tough time in our business. It was a legal battle that almost put us out of business.
Oh, jeez.
And I was forced with a decision to either fight, keep our company alive, or give up.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a lot of resources to hire manpower.
Okay.
People are expensive and
Sure,
they need to be
exactly,
paid. So we had to let people go and really cut back. But I knew that I needed to keep the marketing going to
Good.
fight to keep our business alive. So that's when I learned marketing automation.
And that's what we're talking. That's our topic today of AI marketing automation.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Because I think individuals themselves do and get into business, entrepreneurial for all the right reasons, but often find paths of disillusion.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
And they also travel down paths themselves that they didn't expect.
That's
All
right.
right. That they would be facing along the lines. All right. So let's talk about that. Automation marketing.
Yeah, marketing
right.
automation. So before AI was cool.
Okay. Before AI was actually being spelled.
Yeah,
All right. I
right.
got it.
Well, I learned how to automate all of our email drip campaigns.
In which way?
So for example, I was one of the OGs. So I was on this platform called Infusionsoft, which is
We know those guys very well. So
now
without
it's Keep, and they've
Keep,
got all the
that's right,
players.
exactly. Keep on changing the name
Right.
to increase its productivity and profitability.
Right.
Gotcha.
And there are a lot of other tools now, but that was one of the pioneers of marketing automation. So one of the first things we did was, instead of sitting down and typing out an email and sending it to each person, I figured out how to automate these drip campaigns, these email sequences, and you tag different customers, different leads in different ways, and you can have multiple email campaigns going out. So we set up over 100 different automated email campaigns. We automated our social media, and we just adopted in our company this automation first mindset.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint itself, that I have to ask the question, how much of this really got down to the end user to make decisions, and how much itself was actually setting aside in spam folders? All right.
Yeah, that's a great point that you bring up, because if you don't set it up right, it can get trapped in the spam filters. So there is an art to it. And what I teach with AI is injecting humanity into your AI.
All right, let's talk about that. Let's back up. Humanity into AI.
That's right.
That's a whole different approach. So let's talk about humanity in AI.
Right. The real AI is your authentic influence. Things that you would say.
I gotcha.
As a human, rich words that you would say. We see so many people. If you go on LinkedIn, you've probably read posts that have a bunch of emojis and perfect title case and unlock and del. You're like, oh man, I know this person used ChatGPT to write this.
Sure.
So that is the wrong way to use AI.
Got it.
But what I train my clients to do is to inject their real, authentic brand voice into every piece of AI, giving it that additional context so that it sounds human. It sounds like exactly what you would say. You can train any model out there, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever you're using,
Yeah.
on how to sound and really think like you to an extent,
Sure.
and almost make decisions like you, so that you can use that foundation to then build agents and fully automated processes. I do recommend that you have a human in the loop at some point before things go out to the world.
Humans are always good.
But you can automate easily 80 to 90% of rudimentary tasks that suck up a lot of time in your day and in your team members' days.
Jeez, look at that. You talked about three things themselves: real, genuine. I'm going to add authentic. You know, but because those three items are very important.
Yes.
All right, when getting a message out for marketing, so people themselves can actually look at a product and say, or look at a service, or look at a definition of a product or service themselves to engage.
Yes.
Okay, it's got to be real.
It's got to be real.
It's got to be real. It's got to be something itself that attracts them to as well.
That's right.
All right. So now you're talking about distribution, getting this out, automation, all right, into the emails themselves. And, you know, there's cases themselves that a lot of these individuals themselves going to servers and getting whitelisted and blacklisted and things of this nature. How do you stay out of the world?
Yeah, you have to keep abreast of what is triggering those filters. There'll be certain keywords,
spots and biters and bots, and whatever they call those things.
It changes all the time. Like it used to be like if you put things in all caps or have too many exclamation points or question marks, that would trigger spam filters. Now you got to really look at what platform you're sending from, because if that email platform has a bad reputation, then you are guilty by association, and you can end up in the spam filter. So there are a lot of different factors. You need to stay on top of it, or hire a firm that is staying on top of those changes for you. But the real thing is the authenticity, because once you really dial that in and take the time to get your automations lined up, there is a time investment at first, and most people put it off. It's just like we put off delegating something. A lot of small businesses like, oh, well, it's just faster for me to do it myself, or I do it better. But we know as entrepreneurs that that's going to stifle your growth. You can't scale that way.
You can't.
So invest the time when it comes to your training and setting up your SOPs and your processes. But you do the same thing with automation. Invest the time up front to build the machine. It's just like a washing machine at home. You know, we don't go and wash our clothes by hand. We could, but why don't you do that?
I do that now.
You do?
No, I don't do that now. That's crazy.
Just throw them in the washing machine.
Welcome to GE, right?
You need to build that for your company. Think about every repetitive task or process. For example, you and I are doing this interview right now. I can take the transcript from this podcast interview. I can drop it into an agent that I've built that will take this transcript and everything I've said from it, and then it'll write a LinkedIn post in my voice about the subject matter you and I are talking about. And then it can write an article and post it on medium.com. It can do an Instagram post. It could do a photo of us, and it'll just do all of that. It's like a domino effect. I drop in the transcript and it does the rest on its own. Where you would have needed a team of people to do
that, exactly, and to really capture that message, for that particular service or product itself that I want to get out of. I think speakers need this.
Oh yes.
For their message. All right. I've talked to several people about messaging and wants and needs and value propositions and getting things out there to the public themselves that's going to take heed or actually engage them in their service. In their communications, their speaking, their trainings, and facilitations. I think they're missing this. This is a huge step. AI is even a deeper step out now. And I think a lot of folks themselves still are having a tough time spelling it. But I think it's the particular case themselves are really understanding it. So you've taken it to the automation side, to help individuals, and now really taking it to the next level, accentuating. That next step, to adding more value, or more commitment, to that message.
Exactly.
That's wild.
We live in a noisy world. It's noisier than ever. I mean, think about how many distractions we have with notifications, all the different social media networks, streaming platforms. There's so many things competing for our attention. You have to publish content at scale to even get noticed, to even be on someone's radar. So as a speaker, for example, I mean, there are tons of speakers. This is an amazing conference. I don't know, thousands of people here. And we all have a story that we want to get out in the world and share. But it can easily get drowned out by all of the other noise. So you got to amplify it more. It takes at least 20 touch points today before someone even notices that you're there.
Right.
It
Exactly.
used to, when I was coming up, we had 3 channels on TV, mainly like 2, 5, and 11.
And you got to hit the top of the TV itself to get them to work. I got it. I've been there before.
We had the bunny ear antennas.
Right,
So it was,
exactly.
you remember when we were younger, we all kind of watched the same shows. No matter what family you're in, everybody tuned in at Thursday at 8 o'clock, and we all watch the same show. We go to school the next day and we talk about it.
Sure.
Well, now you have a million choices.
Right.
So you have to stand out more in a noisy world, but most of us don't have the resources to throw people at that problem.
Right, exactly.
So this is why automation is critical, but you need to do it in the right way because we have such a unique, authentic brand voice in the stories.
Yeah, right.
Everyone I met here has such an amazing story.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You have to capture, and what I teach in my workshops is how to capture those storytelling principles and inject that into your AI.
Good. Love it.
The psychology, the NLP. There are storytelling models that need to be in the prompts. But if you just use it by default, AI is pretty smart, but it's going to sound like everything else.
That's it. It's just going to be, bland out there.
Yeah.
Ethan, is there one message you want to leave with our NSA folks, all right, our people in influence here, or message yourself to anybody else listening, all right, to our session here? Okay, what is that one message you want to leave?
The one message that I would like to share is what I believe is the greatest lie ever told. And that is, it's not that simple. If anyone else can do it, you can do it. You can figure out. Everything is figure outable.
Love it.
Read books, find mentors, watch YouTube videos, create custom GPTs. I'll take a long video from one of my mentors and I'll take the transcript, put it into Chat GPT, and I can have conversations with that person now.
Love it. Love it.
So really, everything's figure outable.
Great. Ethan, how do people reach you?
The easiest way to reach me is just go to my website, ethanking.com.
So it can't be easier than that, right?
It can't be easier than that.
ethanking.com.
Find me on all the socials, find out about my businesses, where I'm speaking next, read my blog, subscribe to my newsletter. I would love to keep in touch.
Good. Hey, folks, I'm talking with Ethan King today, okay? And what a great conversation itself of taking AI, all right, to the next automation level, all right, so it can be more productive and profitability for you. So I'm signing out for right now, all right, but we'll see you real soon. Ethan, thank you very much for joining me today.
Rich. It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you soon.
Take care.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye now.